Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture, number 132. You're not playing the regular theme. No, we're playing the folk version today for a special occasion or something. I don't know if there is a special occasion. I don't quite know which date this will emerge up onto when it will be dropped, as they say. But this, we want to catch this house before it finishes, or just when it finishes. I can click the notification as to not allow people to move in. And they're about done. They have all the materials, 122 workdays and 2 cranes on site. So they ought to make pretty quick work out of this. Even at normal speed. That's nice. But they stand. Wait a minute. Let's not miss this now. I'm going to get to something. I have something to say here about the games, how it is to actually play, and how it could be better. Maybe I have opinions on how the game plays. It is the world's worst greatest city building game. World's greatest city building game. The world's greatest city building game is what it is, more or less. Yes. Anyway, would you finish? I put it to high speed so that you finish. 82 workdays left, and there's only 2 people on site. And the crane, how much does that multiply their capacity? It doesn't say. It ought to be a lot. 75 workdays, but you're going home, aren't you? There's only 1. Yes, you're about to leave. There you go. Goodbye. Have a good night. There are plenty of helicopters coming here, which, look. Yes, okay, they're all coming. Lovely. This is not going to be needed. Now we're going to finish in 1 second. There you go. Do not allow citizens to move into this building. It's not that bad. We can always move these out, perhaps. But no, we can't, because there are no free flats. That's sort of the problem. I'm afraid you're doomed, perhaps. Or you'll survive in here. I don't know. Because I think these are fresh off this ought to be fresh off either the parents or orphanage. I don't know how they're doing in government loyalty, but they seem happy. They could have 0, but no. Productivity is 114% for you and 115% for you. So it should be fine, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, what I was getting to, this damn road that we see here, I mean, that took forever to get in. It was possible to do, yes. I took forever. How much height did we traverse here? 64 meters. 64 meters? And that should not be possible to do in... well, it should be that difficult, really. It's not that there is an unreasonable detour to take around. Elevation profile, yeah, whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's also much taller here than it is here. Maybe I'm actually in the wrong place. Yes. What we've learned is that we need to sort of pre-flatten this a bit, or use the natural slope. Maybe is what we've learned. Come to think of it, because it is so damned slopey. Much more so than you first think. But we're going to need this on, not this, but this. Yes, terrain level, height from center. Fix this up a bit. And up here you were saying school and services and maybe services schooling anyway. Hey, continue the road ahead and see what sort of space we have on the sides and what we can do with it. And this could be quite a view that they get up here. If someone gets to live here, that is. Or no, we're having services, right? Services. But they can have a nice view from services, from kindergarten and from school and everything. Very nice, very good for everyone. It's great for everybody here. This train is very manipulative. Manipulable is what it is. Something the complete opposite. Then maybe not. Different terms perhaps. Anywho, that's enough space. How much do we have to put into this so far? 500 tons of gravel. It's only a gravel road at this point. This one building is finished. So far 93% happiness. You're not actually, since these were caught and they don't have anywhere to go. They cannot trigger a work day. This I think maybe, just maybe, there is a chance that these people act like the citizens in the villages, but they don't have a church. They don't know what they'll do. But it's been a few days and then they still don't have any major complaints. 2 workers without a job, building is without power supply. And that's it. They're not hungry. They weren't able to get food and such. Did I not start? I did not start project on the other buildings. I thought I did. We need to get started on this. Right. I think to do this slightly better and more realistic, we put up down here where we have very important things, industry for building. We put up a little town, a little supporter town that will aid in building all of this stuff. Terrain tools. Again, with the terrain tools. Yes, it's a lot of work with the terrain tools. But if the terrain is amenable, it can be pretty nice. Pretty decent anyway. But it is not going to be so amenable here. Going to be quite... We already tried to get quite a lot out of it. Yes. And there's with the diggers you could get more. Don't you know it? What are you trying to do now? Yes, we have... Be careful. Or at least try to moderate yourself. Only slightly taller than industries for some reason, so the smoke can blow directly into the various buildings that we get here. That's a nice shelf for some housing. You know what? I'm going to hit save because I'm going to enter multi-menu, and you never know what's going to happen then. Can be dangerous, can be good things ahead. I'm trying out the new mod, the mod with the Moscow buildings. They look so terrible, but I have to try them, I suppose. But no, they were right, but they are no clip. But that's fine now because we have a completely flat surface here to put them on. So they should be rather reasonably safe to use. Maybe a no clip thing. Whatever it is, if you narrow it down to residential a bit, and here you have them. 2 entrance doesn't say if it's like a corner building or whatever it is. But we never cared before if people live like, what do you call it? Balcony to balcony. Really. No, this don't have anything on their ends. We could have, but they don't have ends. None of them do. But this has on both ends. I would like something that has windows on one end, like this one, for example. And then we can put something the other side of it. I don't know, either put them together. They are so no-clip that you can put them inside each other too. That's not going to end well or look great or be very... Oh, it would feel wrong. But we be careful and keep to a reasonable amount. And then, see, we could think of next, such as, what's this? I don't quite remember. There were no windows on the sides here, right? And then this is, yes, this is not an end building. This is an element we put in between. And you don't have, oh, you have there, okay. Yes, but you don't have, there are so many options with this when it comes to the Soviet Republic here. That this might not be what we want. Think of it. This might be maybe not what we want neither. I mean, just put something down, goddammit. We can even stand a gap so that we can get the footpath through for no reason at all. But, well, then they could have windows if we're going to have gaps. This is very large. They don't have windows that way. There's maybe a staircase or something. Yes, put this in now and get on with it. Once you have that way, facing the way that way, you have windows there. Okay, then we'll put that as a freestanding structure. Then this looks great for a middle something. Yes, and these are going to need a few kindergartens too. Do we really need this many? That can be questioned. But yes, we're going to need to build a road, just the way it is. We better build a road first, and then try and think of a foot-based access. We'll let her run, since you can't build on the foot-based access anyway. Right. Meanwhile, we're doing this. Might as well have the helicopters actually do something, either work on the bridge, which is significant. That wouldn't be too bad. Or this harbor. That wouldn't be too bad neither. And all things regarding the harbor too. That wouldn't be too bad. The harbor for the citizens, since we're planning in housing at the moment. Yes. Okay, and then a road or something through here somehow. And we need to terrain manipulation is what it's about. Preparing the groundworks. You are doing part of the ground. Right, we are a bit overpowered here now. It would seem. What the hell have I bought? nuclear thing, or did I do that? Was that just something I thought about trying out? Nuclear bulldozer, no. But then maybe I did that. Let's see. List of vehicles and buildings. After all, there is something called here bulldozer big. No. Bulldozer. No, there is none of those. Excavator. There is no nuclear excavator. It's just that we have many excavators and bulldozers available. That's why it can feel as though we're using the nuclear one, but you're not. I haven't used it in a long while, and then it didn't quite work. Sort of ruin things more than anything else, but this is also sort of also ruining things because I'm very strong. That's of course because the buildings don't have there are no clip buildings. This was terrible. Fuck. Pardon the French, but this was terrible thing to do because it undermined their foundations, maybe, or to the very least the possibility of getting them easily hooked up onto a connection of some kind. You could take the road on the behind, actually. I see why it's doing odd things. Yeah, maybe I should widen the search area when looking for this slightly. 2 kilometers. Vehicles, bulldozers, no nuclear. There is a nuclear excavator involved here, indeed. I did try that out. That's rubbish. Get rid of that. At least the building is in the way for a road. That's healthy sign. Maybe they're not no clip, they're just not really fast, not very fussy, yes. But it depends on if you can build. I mean, a no clip building you can build on top of a road, for example, but you cannot build a road through it after the fact. Wonder. Yeah, who knows where that goes. Tries and climb this hill maybe. But this is first and foremost primarily for getting access to them here. Here we go, very good. And we actually have the materials locally. This shouldn't be too slow. No. Assign construction, please. You already auto-searched it, even. Very good. Speaking of auto-searching for you, and not, you should build your helipad. We could have use for that, I think. You don't have path to it. Okay, but we can, that's because I have not built a road. You see, do it. Or lane drawn in over the land, over the ground, where they are supposed to drive so far. Yes. There, and you could auto search footpaths too. What was what I was coming to, trying to come to. There's services for these people too. They need a shop and they need a school. That's and a hospital. That's very, very much the bare necessities. Kindergarten, but we'll have a larger one mod. Kindergarten. This the good one. Which one is that again? I should favorite that. That's really good. This that felt like it would crash the game for a while. Maybe we should, just in case, not save as. We're already on the correct thing. Even though it is drawing to a close here, but we need to get some sort of closure on this area. That requires a school, a shop, and a kindergarten, and fire station, and a hospital, and police station. Yes, plenty of things. But we can, if wonder what happens if we take it easy with all this and not be so hasty on everything. Anyhow, through here I was thinking we should have like that. Maybe we should have a bus platform in the center here. That might not be a bad idea whatsoever at all. Proper one, like this one. If it would fit, wouldn't. Yes, it would. Yes, but can we then fit footpaths? Uncertain. Very much uncertain. Pardon. Okay, yes, but not that. Can you get on? Yes, you can get on, but the other building, it seems to have difficulties here. Okay. Unfortunate. This is not going to do anything because it's not going to allow it to connect to the road at that place. Sometimes you can sort of sneak it underneath, but that is going to connect there. Okay, great. Right, that's very tight and all sorts of business. But we have a bus platform right in the middle of it. Great, we can take workers out. Might be overdoing it slightly here, but such is it in the Soviet Republic. Sometimes, and sometimes you just bang it together. Yes, you said that before, I think. Many times, most likely. Too steep of a thing. But yes, but can we do anything about it? Not when the building is standing there. I'm not getting into that goddamn menu again. Well, fine, you'll have to suffice with one. There you go. Yes. You need to connect to the road, but we'll... you see, it's not even assigned to construction office now. Why not? You should be auto-searching for roads, are you not? But have we made it outside of your coverage? Yes, we have definitely made it outside of your coverage. There we go. This you can't do a whole lot about. I don't even want gravel, which we have. Oh. Isn't there one of those that you could build out of steel instead? Prefab bridge. Prefab bridge. Beam bridge. Prefab bridge. How much stuff does this, what kind of stuff does this use? Prefab panels, concrete, gravel, asphalt. Yes, and what does this, instead of concrete? It is concrete. Yes. Where they would put prefab panels. Concrete feels better. I'm thinking like a gleaming steel thing, since we have so much steel. But there isn't. At least not that we can bend. We can have straight. Tied arch bridge, for example. Made of much more steel and bricks. That's more like it, but we can't bend. I should try maybe use that sometime. Okay, yes. We have now housing here for the future population. And I think that we shall return when these houses are finished and ready to receive. It's going to need a shop and a school and I was just going to save and then hit the favorite on the kindergarten. If I can find the right one. Kindergarten is this one. Yes, it is. This is great. This one. See where we put this. Far and away, preferably. Out here. If you could manipulate terrain, then sure. You see, now it's a bit more saner here without the nuclear bulldozer on hand. We don't want that. Right. What was it that I wanted to have here again? I don't recall. Yes, it was a kindergarten. Kindergarten is what it was. And that's in the school. Children, kindergarten. And that should now be here. Yes. Nice. Need flat terrain. You have flat terrain. Not going to hook it up to the road for the moment though. That will interfere with your work there as you're going along. That's the kindergarten, and we need a school and a hospital and yes, so on. Hospital, fire station. No, we don't actually need a fire station, but we should have one. Maybe it's a natural place then to have like a little junction for it. So we put the foot-based infrastructure here on foot-based access here on the front, sort of, on the cliff face, and the traffic in behind, more or less. Something like that. Now this is about there, since we can't connect to the road for the moment. Oh, what was this again that I just built here? There's a hospital. Great. You need a shop too. Residential areas. Food and shopping. Small shopping center. So I put that out by the road. How small is a meat freezer if we were to put one adjacent to it, just to be fun with them? Or no, a warehouse of the regular variety is definitely too large unless they made like a small one, and they haven't. But there should be plenty available here in storage. It's just so damn hard to find storage. Medium waterfront, no. Container storage facility, this is the one. I should favorite this too. Wonder where it ends up. There, this. See here, you have road connections that way. You should put you over here then, preferably. You could connect to both ends just like so. Fantastic. But that's not for meat, but for the meat, for we can have a truck standing dedicated as we always do. Yes, and a school and a pub. God damn it. Never ends. These people, school. Oh, how are we going to get the road into this school? We can't have the school here. We can have the school out here, maybe. It's not too far to walk. Not too far a walk. I don't think so. Where this road will go, we don't know quite yet, but it will continue on. Yes. And then, as I'm going to end very soon I was going to finish this up. See? And there are only a few more things to do. We have the hospital there, and we had a storage facility for the shop. A school was it that was next on the list. State infrastructure children's school. Thank you. This doesn't really matter if we do in the road, since they are not working on this bit of road for the moment. Put it there. We should put in a gravel road whilst we're at it. And well, since we have the gravel, the one, yes. We even have a bus platform in the middle, and a few things, service and so on. The only thing that we don't have is we have access to the workplaces, but it's very unoptimized. We'd want to like cut down here, if that would be possible. You remember the days when footpaths did not have a limitation on how severe they could be. That was... Yeah, the game was different back then. Maybe not in a worse way all the time. But yes, I digress. Now you're going up again. The steeper descent is going to be. And the point is, I want to get down to the places here as efficiently as possible. This is where we want to go. And you can't get through here because there's too much infrastructure in the way. And this is road junctions all over the place that would be difficult to connect to. And you can't even get out of this situation that you find yourself in. And this way is going to be a detour. Right. That's okay, it's going to work. Okay, maybe make you a little optimized route through one of these. Okay, do you mind walking on the road? Yes, you do. Especially the mud. Until we build proper roads, you definitely mind walking on them. This might not be possible. No. Could make an underpass. That's a bit ambitious. That is a bit ambitious. And also you can't get through them. It doesn't matter for construction. That is, you can't get through them. Underpass, really. Can we fit that even in here? I don't get it. Infrastructure in the way. Okay. Pedestrian tunnel, pedestrian, Yes, now I see. Come on, hook up to the thing. Maybe we can do that later. You can't build due to infrastructure, okay. There you can build. Not there though, but there, okay. Now you come up again. Say, over. You could come up all the way over here. Why not? This is where you're going anyway. See, tunnel. No, building in the way. No, what is going? It's going to work. Fantastic. How many work days? 600. I think it sounds reasonable. I was going to be able to build that without workforce though. But by then we might actually have workers in here. Oh, Yes, you're building these now, helicopters. Very nice. They're going to be. The two citizens here are still completely fine. Since they have not done a day's work, they are completely fine. They have no demands. Their demands kick off when they've done a day's work. That's the worker algorithm, and the sleeping village is demystified. How they work. They only have for church they want to go to. Maybe this will develop that too. Anywho, I'm going to have to wait until we get some boards apparently and bricks, and then when those are finished, I'll get to constructing actually this area. I think that's how we do it. So we get people in to man these places. Thank you so very much for watching the Petroleum People's Prefecture number 132. Good night.